This is my seat. Not even knowing that, you lack common sense.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the executive director's seat is back there.
Huh?
My name is Keiichi Sato. I work at an iron and steel works company that designs, processes, and constructs steel and stainless steel products. It's a major company in Japan that manufactures a wide range of products, from metal roofs to steel frames, for construction to steel furnitures, home appliances, and manhole covers. I was recently transferred from the Yukiguni branch, where I had worked for 5 years as the branch manager, to the head office in the city as an executive director. And I attended a welcome party which was held by the head office, but...
Hey, where do you think you're sitting?
Huh? I just got transferred from Yukiguni branch and my name is...
This is my seat. Not even knowing that, you lack common sense. Jeez, listen up. The order of the sitting is like this. The seats for the most important person are in the front of the tokonoma, also known as the alcove, or at the back of the room. And the people with the highest positions in the head office sit there in order. On the other hand, by the door is where the low-positioned normal employees and welcoming party organizers sit. This is called common sense, you know. If you didn't know this, then you aren't fit to be an adult, let alone work in a company as a member of this society. You better at least remember this because, like I said, this is common sense. So you should just sit over there by the door.
Oh, okay.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hey! She's Yui Sumeragi. She's the one who's going to be my secretary at the head office from now on.
Huh? Sir, what are you doing sitting in a seat like this? Your seat as the executive director is at the very back over there. Watanabe-san, why are you sitting there? That's not where you should be sitting. Please move over.
Huh?
Sato-san, the seat is for you.
What? Executive director?
But Sumeragi-san, are you sure about this?
About what?
This man was the one who told me to sit by the door.
Huh? What do you mean?
He told me that it's common sense.
Watanabe-san, what are you...
Whoa. Now wait a minute. He's the executive director? I didn't hear anything about the executive director coming in the first place.
It's mentioned in the list of transfer employees. Did you not see the list? There are a lot of employees working in our company, so obviously there are many employees who transfer from office to office. But even so, I think you should at least be aware of the transfer employees who are related to your department. Don't you think so?
Hey, are you saying that I didn't look at the list carefully enough or something?
Yes, exactly. You said you didn't hear about the executive director coming. But most likely that's because you didn't check the list carefully, correct?
What did you say? But if there's gonna be a transfer of an important person like the executive director, shouldn't there at least be an explanation to me beforehand? Don't you think so? And besides, that man and I have never worked together before, and we don't know each other. If he's the executive director, why didn't he just say so himself? He looks pretty young, and to me, he looked like a newbie, you know? It's confusing to me. Sumeragi-san, are you sure that this man really is the executive director?
That's enough, Watanabe-san. You're being really rude.
Sumeragi-san. We're at a welcome party right now. It's time for all of us to enjoy and have a good time. It seems like Watanabe-san and I misunderstood each other, but well, it's all fine now.
Yes, sir.
Since all the employees were enjoying their time, I really didn't want to ruin the mood and the welcome party. I decided to brush off Watanabe-san's behavior for now, and I'll continue to observe his behavior in the office. Watanabe-san, let me introduce myself once again. My name's Sato, and I have transferred from the Yukiguni branch as the executive director. I'm in charge of the constructing materials department. I look forward to working with you from now on.
Huh. I'll never approve young punks like him.
And well, about Watanabe-san's behavior in the office.
So, what are you trying to say?
It's nothing, sir.
Good. Then you'll be fine, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Kikuchi-kun, get me some tea.
Yes, sir.
Quickly!
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, Kobayashi-kun, make sure to submit that by today, okay?
Huh?
What is it?
No, I mean, I got you, sir.
Then good.
His arrogant, overbearing attitude was the same as how he was at the welcome party. The reason I was transferred to the head office was to solve some issues. One of them was to improve the performance of the construction materials department.
The department's performance has been declining for the past year. And a year ago, Watanabe-san was promoted from section manager to general manager. The department's performance has been declining since then.
But Watanabe-san achieved some positive results when he was the section chief, right? That's why he was promoted to the general manager. So, since he became the general manager of the department, there's no one above to check on him? So he's just doing whatever he wants?
Maybe that's what's going on.
If that's really the cause, then maybe the declining performance over the past year can get better by Watanabe-san changing his own behavior. It's all up to him.
Exactly. But would it even be possible for him to change his current behavior?
Well, let's discuss the issue with him. Until 2 years ago, the performance of the construction materials department had been maintained well or slightly increased. I think this is something that can be highly evaluated as an achievement by you, Watanabe-san, during your tenure as a section manager until 2 years ago. Last year, however, the department's performance began to decline. What do you think could be the reason for this?
The reason? Well, that's because the subordinates aren't getting any good deals, right?
The department's performance doesn't only depend on the general manager's performance, but rather on how well all the employees in the department are performing. The department's performance began to decline since last year, and last year was right after you were promoted to the general manager of this department. I heard from one of our employees that your behavior changed drastically after you were promoted from the section manager to the general manager.
So, what are you trying to say?
I want you to revive the performance of the construction materials department. I want you to restore the department's performance to what it used to be, just as you did when you were the section chief. You've come a long way, so you should be able to do that. Looking at the current situation in the office, I don't see any interactive communication between you and the employees. As the general manager, are you always thinking, is this an environment where employees can freely express their thoughts and skills?
Huh? Environment? What do you mean?
This is essential. It means that between a boss and an employee, they should work on interactive communication, or what we also call as horenso, to report, communicate, and discuss any issues or concerns while doing work. You used to do that really well, so I want you to remember back to your memories and start doing that again. If you continue to ignore this issue and the department's performance continues to decline, I don't know if you'll be able to continue as the general manager.
Huh? Excuse me? You're saying I might get demoted? Are you kidding me? Fine, I got it. I'll revive the department's performance, alright? Then everything will be fine, right? Because I have my own way of doing things now.
And what kind of way is that?
Well, I have a secret strategy since I'm very experienced, you know? The department's performance will get better soon. You'll see.
Thinking that the first priority was to revive the business performance to what it had been until 2 years ago, I had planned to have Watanabe-san do as he had done when he was the section manager. But I guess Watanabe-san has his own way of doing things now. Since he had clearly stated that he would revive the department's performance, I decided to continue to see how things went. And shortly thereafter, the department's performance improved and it increased even more rapidly.
The department's performance has been improving rapidly.
Yes, that's true. The department's performance has improved, which is good news. But it also seemed to be improving in a very fast pace, which is unusual. I really hope that he's not doing something terrible. Watanabe-san, the department's business performance has been soaring recently. Could you explain the reasons on why this is happening?
Reasons? Well, that's because the subordinates are doing great work in sales. Didn't I tell you? I guess my pep talk's paying off, isn't it? So, is this good enough for you? The business performance improved right away, and it's even doing well more than ever. So just leave it all to me from now on. And please just go back to your own work, Executive Director Sato.
Even though the business performance is going well, it improved rapidly. I don't think it'll be like this unless there's some kind of factor to it.
So, like I said, my pep talk helped. That's all there is to it.
So you don't think there are any particular factors to it?
That's right.
Even though the performance improved rapidly.
Yeah, Watanabe-san won't even explain the details.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. Alright then, let's investigate the issue in details.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't seem like they lowered the price down majorly for our products and have them sold out.
Yes, you're right.
The sales for metal roofing suddenly increased.
Yes. The demand for metal roofing, which is lightweight and contributes to earthquake resistance, has grown because of the major earthquakes that occurred recently. So that could be one factor.
That may be the case. But it seems to me that this rapid increase can be explained by that factor alone.
So that means there may be other factors as well. Roofs, huh? Speaking of which, recently there's been record-breaking heat waves of over 35 degrees Celsius for this summer. So, many buildings' roofs got hotter due to sunlight, which is why the room temperatures were higher, so... no, this doesn't seem to be the right factor.
So what you're saying is that metal roofs are less efficient compared to tile roofs and other types of roofs in terms of thermal insulation? So this isn't the right factor?
Exactly.
Then, did the business performance increase for the metal roofs with thermal insulation? No, that seems to be wrong too.
But it's very strange when you think about it.
What do you mean?
In the summer, when we get record-breaking heat waves almost every day, Metal roofs have the disadvantage due to being less efficient in thermal insulation, keeping the room temperatures higher. Yet, the sales performance for it is increasing. Oh!
Did something come to your mind?
I remembered that there was a part in the catalog data which has been corrected. The figures for insulation performance are higher than the tile roofs.
It showed that someone had falsified the catalog figures and sold the product by lying about its performance. How could this happen?
These figures are completely wrong. There's no doubt about it.
Who on earth did this?
Let's identify who falsified the figures.
Yes, we need to check from whose computer was this catalog data modified, and also, we need to check the emails that would exchange with that person's client.
Yes, sir.
The investigation continued until midnight. We finally finished identifying the computer which was used for both falsifying the catalog figures and the emails that would exchange with that person's client. It was a lot, but thank you for helping me.
I'm glad to finally know who was behind all this, even though what that person did was terrible.
Yes, that person did something terrible which he shouldn't have done. That's one last thing I want to make sure of. Tomorrow, when I confirm it myself, I'll go talk to that person.
Yes, sir.
The next morning, after I confirmed what I want to confirm, I talked to Watanabe-san.
What did you want to talk about? I'm busy here.
This year, the sales for metal roofing has grown at a rapid pace, hasn't it? I already asked you this before, but what do you think was the reason for that?
Huh? What do you mean? Like I said before, I'm sure it's because the subordinates are doing great in sales.
So, you don't intend to tell the truth then?
What? Are you trying to say that I'm hiding something from you? Isn't that rude?
Let me cut to the chase then. Did you falsify the insulation figures on the catalog and improve the business performance by lying to our customers about our product's performance?
Gah, what's your ground for saying so? Even if you're the executive director, this is just unforgivable.
I found traces of you accessing to the catalog where you modified the data. And it was all accessed from the computer on your desk.
Ugh. But someone could have done in using my computer, you know? What do you think about that, huh? It doesn't prove that I was the one behind this.
We also investigated your emails with the client.
Ha! That stuff doesn't exist. That's because I deleted all of them already.
For some reason, the emails have been deleted from your computer. But it's all on the server as backup.
What?
So, why were they deleted from your computer?
Ugh.
The catalog page with the falsified figures was attached to the email and it was sent to the client. In the email, you promoted false information about the product's thermal insulation performance, saying, "Our metal roofing is very good and efficient because it keeps the room temperature from getting too hot."
Well, that still doesn't prove it though. Someone may have used my computer to email the client, right? This is outrageous. Are you suspecting me for something I didn't do? Without any solid proof? Do you really think you can do this to me? Wait, don't tell me. Did you do something to my computer just to set me up or something?
Watanabe-san, please stop talking nonsense.
You're the one talking nonsense here.
I met with the person in charge of the client you emailed to today and asked him about it.
Ugh.
And he told me the name of our employee who explained to him about the insulation performance of our product, you know? He also told me that he actually met with our employee in person received the falsified documents and was verbally told that the falsified figures were explained to him as our product being less hot than tile roofs. Gah. And that employee's name is...
That's me. I falsified the product's performance figures and sold them to our clients.
Watanabe-san finally admitted to falsifying the figures and selling the products, so he was forced to quit the company. Based on this incident, our company offered to reinstall metal roofing with better thermal insulation free of charge to the clients who had already had their metal roofing installed if they desired. This cost an enormous amount of money, and the company claimed damages from Watanabe-san. Although Watanabe-san had achieved a certain degree of success in the past, this incident was also covered in the news, and he completely lost all credibility in the industry, and he was unable to find a new job within the industry. He left his high-rise condo, and he's now living in a cheap apartment, and on top of that, his wife also left him. As for me and Yui-san, we have been deepening our bond as good partners since then, and... Thanks for watching until the end.
Please subscribe to our channel.